What's going on, guys? This is going to be our first garden tour of 2026. Super excited this year. Our flower beds are already taking off wonderfully. This wisteria is starting to fill out and flower. But let's get to some vegetables. So, a couple weeks ago, I got a whole bunch of lettuce and kale in the ground. Or not a couple weeks ago, but last week. So hopefully they start to jump up there. I'm sure they're kind of putting in better roots from being potted. So hopefully those take off. They aren't dying, so that's a good sign. New to the garden, we branched off of that first arch and brought it all the way this way. And we just got about half of it planted. So starting from the ends is cucumbers on both sides. We have two different varieties. We got one pickling, one regular, and then starting from there is tomatoes all the way down. Those are obviously all the indeterminate climbing variety. Then over here we have 6 determinate tomatoes, so I need to get some cages built for those, which I got them planted nice and deep, so I should have a week or two before they really start shooting up. They'll spend a little bit of time working on their roots. So, that's what we do, isn't it? All of our tomatoes and cucumbers are in. Like I said, about halfway down. From the second half, we still need to get zucchini in, and I'm sure we'll put some squash or something on it. Yeah, we'll fill it out though. Our peas, they were planted in the ground a couple weeks ago now. They're all coming up wonderfully. Got 3 rows of them over here. I think these are like the sweet snap pea that you kind of see in like a Chinese meals and stuff. Can't remember the name of them exactly. And then we got 2 rows of peas over here with a trellis in between them. All of them are coming up wonderfully as well. And then back down this side, over here. Still got a bunch to plant as far as this year goes. We're gonna plant this side with, we have our peas there, and we're gonna plant corn. Probably gonna plant a couple different types of beans, a few different types of beans in big patches here that'll fill up a lot of this. And then that's pretty much gonna be our garden this year. I have started working on our raised beds again. We never filled that one. It's kind of falling apart. Shortly after we built it, we decided we're gonna take advantage of living down here on the creek, and I've started gathering rocks. That was just one little load, using the mini truck for that, and I've just been driving it right down into the creek, loading it up and coming right back up in here. So pretty easy work. But yeah, I'm starting with this one. Once this one's done, I'll probably, before I get too much down here in the way, I'm probably gonna tear that one out and go back in with that one. I left it because I didn't know if we were gonna try to plant anything in it this year or not, but we don't have the money to spend a bunch of money on soil, so it'll get filled kind of as we make our compost, which should do much better this year. So I'm gonna bounce back to that one, and then we're gonna build these all the way down. Eventually we'll have potatoes, sweet potatoes, onions, garlic, carrots, stuff like that. And then in this little midsection, we'll just do little stuff like that. We also have some more to get out this year. We do have peppers that we'll make little patches of right in between here. And we have some more stuff up there like broccoli and cauliflower, stuff like that. That'll be coming out here within the next week. So super excited about that. Whole bunch of stuff going on. We also have some trees that we need to get in the ground. We're gonna walk back here to the chicken yard. We actually had, I'm assuming it would have to have been one of the ones that I planted of comfrey, finally come in because, well, there was nothing in this soil before. So we have a comfrey that's ready to be harvested. I need to get it cut so we can start regrowing. For this big, beautiful comfrey plant. Absolutely wonderful. Mega huge leaves on that. I have some more comfrey back in the house as well that's growing. I started in pots this time so I didn't lose it. I think there's at least 6 of them that are already growing, so we'll finish planting that row, and then this fall I'll dig everything up, or at least that one, dig that one up and break its root down and try to start filling this whole thing with comfrey. And yeah, let's head into the chicken yard. We got a couple pawpaws planted in here. This is one right there. Looks like it's starting to do really good after being in a sack. And we got one back here as well. It's not doing the greatest, but hopefully it'll come around. We'll see what happens with it. And as far as our compost goes, I was trying to figure out how I wanted to start it here. I didn't want to have this pretty rock wall and then put some pallets up. So I tore this wall down and moved it all over here. So you can see that the rocks are making its own little bowl effect now. So, and there's still some dirt that can be dug down out of this. I got a whole bunch of dirt right here that's really good stuff that I need to get moved out into the garden. Probably gonna start shuffling this into that one rock raised bed as soon as I get it done. So hopefully we'll start getting some compost started. A chicken yard, or the chicken coop, needs cleaned up. That'll come in here, and then we're gonna start collecting from that comfrey and different stuff that's laying around too. But that's all for the chicken yard. That's new. Our mulberries are doing absolutely wonderful. Maybe next year we might get a fruit from them for the chickens. Our willow is growing like crazy. I need to cut it and prune it. And our elderberries are also shooting up like crazy. They put on a ton of growth this year. By the pond. This one's doing fantastic as well. But yeah, comfrey is growing. All of our trees in the chicken yard are doing awesome. I believe we finally have our compost system set up in a way that is going to work and work better. And as far as getting compost going, I think this is our year to actually start getting some good material going into the chicken yard. But that is all for today. We'll see you guys in the next one. Here is our other 4 pawpaws that we need to get planted. I got this hillside cleaned up really good. There's still some work to be done up there, but from what it was to now, it's fabulous. But I think I'm going to start planting a bunch of fruit, nut-bearing trees up here on this hillside, and that'll be kind of our little food forest right next to the house. So those will need to be going out soon. Just thought I would share that, and we'll head inside and look at what we still have inside. And still left to get out, this is our comfrey that is growing. I stole this pot from our tomatoes, and this one, the tomato didn't grow, and then once I turned up the soil and planted a comfrey in it, now it's growing. So I'll probably pluck that tomato out. I got some irises here that need to go out. I don't remember what all is started in here. I'm pretty sure we have some marigolds and stuff that need to go out. And then these are all of our peppers, and there's some more stuff in here I have to look at, but I know some broccoli and some cauliflower. And unfortunately, my persimmons have still yet to sprout. I don't know. I started to dig them up. I got to this one, I seen a little tiny root starting to come out of the seed, so I put them back. I'm going to have to investigate, dig into them again. But a few more trays left to get out. These will be going out soon. These are starting to come up. And that's already ready to go out. So that is all for now. See you guys in the next one.